to everybody, and it was, if you were to become your bravest, boldest self, what would you start doing and what would you stop doing? It's like, that's going to be my journaling for the next week.
What
It's
would
like,
you start
okay,
doing and what would you
and what would you
stop doing?
stop doing?
Wow.
Yeah.
I can answer that. I was listening to a call, somebody that last week, Dr. Morgulin, he's the Chinese energy worker that I follow, and he was talking about loneliness and how loneliness is a trick, basically, that it keeps you from playing, and connecting with people. What people really want is to connect with other people. And we trick ourselves in thinking I'm lonely and I need to stay home because I'm lonely. He said it better than I did, but that was the essence of it. And he used the example of that you can't use other people to not be lonely. Like, being married or in a relationship or going out to be with people to avoid being lonely is still being lonely. You can be with people and be lonely. So the idea is to be within yourself, self-sustained, connect to you. And he used the example of tango dancers, that if you're a lonely person and you want to connect with someone as a lonely person, I want to connect with you, I think tango will be the way to do it. He said your dance will be off. That two tango dancers are really connected to themselves, and then they bring that to the dance. Wow, that did it for me. I'm like been saying gonna do tango, and Jared's been out of town all week, and I was like, feeling a little. I'm like, I'm not lonely. I have a life, And I texted the tango teacher that night, said I'm ready to set up a lesson, and I had my first lesson yesterday.
Yay!
How was that?
It was so fun. I was so energized at the end of it. I mean, I was like, who can I tell? I just had this tango lesson. I was so excited. And I was totally stuck in it, And I looked, she has these, her whole living room is a tango studio. And big.
There's a name for that too.
What?
Their space, the space that they call their tango area.
Oh.
I forget what it's called now. It's like a madras or something like that. I forget. There's a Spanish name for it, but.
Well, obviously she's been doing it for years, and it's just so professional and so good. And she holds her body the right way, and she moves her feet. And I'm like, 2 left feet, and she wanted me to buy these shoes, special shoes to
you
wear.
gotta have the shoes.
The shoes are so ugly, they're like granny shoes, but I remember as a kid I looked gangly, like had super long legs, and I always felt gangly,
Yeah.
lanky, long and lanky, and that's why I'm looking in the mirror. I'm going, I look like that little girl. It was too long a leg. And, my feet didn't work right, but I had a blast. And what really hooked me is at the end, of course, she can, Nancy, hi. I'm telling about my tango lesson yesterday. What really hooked me was she can play either part, the woman or the man's part, right? So, of course, she played the man's role in the dance. And she guided me all over the dance floor. And I'm like, oh, I am so hooked. That was so fun. Oh, I love it. So
it's really cool to watch as well when they get the legs all going and that. And you can play like, wow.
They do
the fire.
They do get-togethers on Tuesday night. They call it Malangua.
Yeah.
And she said, you can start coming to that, and you can dance or you can observe or practice, I guess, something like that. So
I'll send you
Fun.
a link to a woman who's in another class that I'm in, who is one of the world top teachers of tango. And she has this whole system that's based on musicality. And she says that people who have problems learning tango, the real problem is with the musicality. And she's doing online programs, and she's going to host a summit at some time coming up, all about tango and having tango professionals from around the world.
Oh,
so
yeah.
I'll
Wow.
get you. Her name is, I think, Helene Treitman, Treitman, I think. But anyhow, I'll send the link.
Okay. Send
yeah.
it. Yes,
Yeah.
that would be great. I will take a look at that. So Nancy, you're getting to meet, I think, for the first time, our new SACAT. Nancy, I'll let you introduce yourself, but she's been a SACAT for a number of years. I don't remember how long. It seems like forever, but lots of years. And these are our newbies that just all attended the retreat. So why don't you say who you are and let them introduce themselves to you, because this is our group. We're kind of small today, apparently. So.
Which I heard was wonderful, by the way, because we were on a phone call with 3 other people, and it just sounds like it was just fantastic. Yes, I'm trying to think, Jan, when that was. I believe it was in 2014 that I became a SACAT. And so, in fact, I was just writing goals. I'm sorry, I apologize for being late. I was just writing some goals, which Jan taught me how to write. And I realized that in my goals, I was saying, and I'm winning at taking attractive actions, which also said, oh, my heavens. And I go, oh, my heavens, attractive actions after 1 my time. So I love the focus on the relationship that is necessary to do anything in life, it seems, whether it's business or family or whatever. So, yeah. And I'm a graphic designer. I've been doing that for 25 years, and I've just launched a little program of my own called 10-Minute Monday. And at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Mondays, I have a little training for people who want to enhance their professional image. So, and that just began. It's like, it's exciting because I've wanted to do something with my business, and that's what emerged. So it's all good.
Very cool.
Great. Why don't y'all introduce yourselves so Nancy can get to know you too? Anybody?
I'll go. I'm Carolyn Carmen, and we just really had an amazing retreat in Santa Fe recently, and nice to meet you, Nancy. This morning, I'm just going to talk about this morning, because this morning I woke up kind of in fear mode. I don't even want to say it, but I'm going to. And I did my morning time, and I chose my being. I went for my walk, and I came home with 3 messages of people that want to connect. And I let go of all that by doing those things. So morning routine, choosing my being, etc. So I'm grateful.
Yeah.
And who I'm being today is I am being a magnetic, savvy woman of business, attractive and powerful, and a contribution to everyone.
I love it. Totally awesome.
Yes, you are. Yes, you are.
Standing out.
Thank you.
Yes, you are that and more. And I love that you did that. You recognized you weren't where you wanted to be, and you created your being. You went on a walk, and it stepped into your new being, and the result was waiting for you. Oh, it doesn't get any better than that.
Felt great.
That's good. And tell Nancy where you live. Nancy, did you say where you live?
Well, I live right now I'm in Vermont, And I'm hoping this will be my home. I've been in Massachusetts for many years.
Okay.
I'm currently in Lake Chelan, but I live in Edmonds, Washington most of the time. But this summer I'm in Lake Chelan, which is in Washington.
Oh, you have to be at your lake house. I'm so sorry. Okay. Nancy has to be at her home in Vermont. Oh, you guys are just breaking my heart. Okay. All right. Martina, you want to go next?
Sure, and I'll tear it up even more. I'm in Tulsa, Oklahoma, where it's 90-something degrees outside and muggy. We had 2 beautiful days of rain and cool, and then, of course, when the sun comes out. So I was totally drenched this morning. After coming back from the retreat, it's just been bang, bang, bang. It's been awesome. I've been loving it. I had a lady who I've been taking through the strategic attraction plan, and I connected with her and said, so what has been coming up for you? And she's like, oh my gosh, everything has just been escalating for her. She was in a place where she couldn't even pay rent. And so she had 3 proposals come up, and she had a meeting that she has in next week. And then she got connected with another person who says, I need you for, to work with this group. And she said, I didn't even have to open my mouth. She just went, I heard you speak and I want you to work with this group. And these are women that will need your services and rah, rah, rah. And so she was totally excited about that. Then I had my podcast on that Monday night, and I shared that link. I have no idea what I was saying during that time. And so I listened to it today, and I was like, okay, you're all good. You're good. You're good.
I love the little car. What was it? Trucks, different colored trucks or something.
Yeah. It's for
I
baby
love that.
boomers.
That caught my attention. And I haven't listened to it, but I always check into Facebook just quickly in the mornings and saw that, went, yay, you're out there, girl.
Yeah, I'm a speaker now, world famous in Tulsa. So she does that podcast, and that's her little thing, and it's on 3 stations. One's on iHeart Global, and another one, Speaker View or something like that. So that was exciting. And then my lady who I was supposed to start with today, she had a little bit of a crisis, so I talked her through that, and we decided that we'll start later as soon as she gets through her little personal thing that was happening there. But she said to me that, because I only did the first part with her before I left, and she said that she had more people coming up to her through that whole process. And then there was this one person, I said, well, maybe they're not perfect for you. And she goes, but they've been such a good client. And I said, speak with in a place of calmness and trust that whatever happens, it's going to be perfect for you. And she's like, oh, thank you. So she starts with me on July 10th. So she's my first paying strategic attraction plan client.
Yay, a paying client. What a novelty.
I know.
and
they're both getting, pretty good results so far from just doing, a couple of things. So I'm very excited about that. Who I'm being is the Heart-Centered Pathfinder. That was my tick that I discovered when we were at the retreat. And I'm willing to put myself forward to lead the path for others. So that doing that podcast, that was a big step for me. Mm-hmm. As I said, I don't like talking in front of people. It's not my thing, but I put myself out there. And so that was cool. That was very cool.
I think it is your thing, actually, but that's that little niggly voice going, it's not your thing, it's not your thing.
Well, I'm very shy, believe it or not. I'm very shy. So.
Me too. I'm totally an introvert. I'm a shy person.
Get me on stage. I can do that.
Get me on stage. I'm like,
yeah, I'm good.
Yeah.
Oh. So then I've got 2 network meetings and another one for next week as well. So I'm doing that as well. So just whatever. And you said something that sparked that was when you said that you would go to network meetings that you would just say, I'm a speaker, I'm blah, 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 blah. I was like, yeah, I'm going to do that. I'm a speaker now.
What do you talk about?
Well, aligning your passions with your perfect customers or clients.
There you go. Who wants that? Everybody.
Who doesn't want that?
Exactly. Everybody.
Yeah. So, yeah. And then just keeping that momentum. And I also am taking care of old business first. So I've got my taxes there to get caught up on, and I'm going to do that. So I don't have to worry about it later until next month.
Nice.
Yes.
Very good. Yay.
Thank
Kate,
you.
how about you?
Well, after hearing the question this morning on the live stream that I was listening to about if you were to be your boldest, bravest self, what would you start doing? What would you stop doing? I think the boldest, bravest part of me would kind of come out of the closet as a spiritual teacher. It's what I do. It's who I am. It's who I've been since I was a teenager. But some part of me still is in the, oh, that's pretty arrogant, a spiritual teacher. You know, how can you possibly call yourself a spiritual teacher? But yeah, I was at a gathering Sunday morning for a group that's studying the way of mastery, and I went just as a participant, and I had all these people come up to me afterwards and say, oh my God, I'm so glad you came, and where did you come from? Who are you? Like, you have so many interesting things to say. Oh my God, I just kept writing down everything you were saying. I'm kind of like, huh, message, maybe, I don't know. But yeah, I keep trying to fit myself into molds that other people I see being successful are doing. And, you know, I am not a creator of online courses. I am not a, that's just, it's just like when I think about having to do something like that, my gut just curdles. Don, my husband, said to me this morning, you know, we can partner up on some of these things, and if there's something that you want to create as an online course, he said, I do that all the time. I'm a professor. I teach online at the university. He said, I can create the content for you and you can be the face in front of it. I'm like, huh, never thought of that before. Have somebody else create it and do all the platform and building. It's like, oh, well, maybe, who knows? But yeah, I think getting real honest with myself about where my passion is. And I remember back to, you know, a year and 3-4 months ago when Alan helped me really hone in on my tick, and it was being a clear channel for the divine. That's what lights me up. That's what has always, you know, been the spark for me. And it has many different ways of manifesting. It can come through doing coaching with people. It can come through doing hands-on healing work with people. It can come from teaching Course in Miracles classes. But that is who I am, and I want to start honoring it a bit more than I have, and saying yes to it, and showing up fully as that person, that being. So that's where I am right now. And I live in Grand Junction, Colorado, about 30 miles from the Utah border.
It's interesting that you said Alan helped you with your tick 3 or 4 months ago.
A year and 3 or 4 months ago.
Oh, okay. I was like, wow, that's good.
And he probably did 3 or 4 months ago, too.
Probably like,
so,
Alan's been busy.
He's busy.
I hear reports of Alan popping in for lots of different people, so he is still hanging out. But okay, that's what I heard 3 or 4 months ago.
That's funny.
Yes. All right. Well, yes. And, just remember, I love that question. If you were to be your boldest, bravest self, what would you start doing? What would you stop doing? And you could start letting Dawn help you. And you could stop saying that you aren't meant to be in front of a camera, in front of people online, because at the same time, one of the things that you wanted to stop doing, I'm just reminding you from the retreat, you wanted to drop your cloak of invisibility, if I remember right. And two, you wanted to stop having to travel so much.
Yeah.
That it was exhausting you. And one of the benefits of the camera and the online Zooming and stuff like that, it's so easy to do. Anybody can do it. I mean, it used to be hard, but you could do it, and Don can help you produce it, and he's got the genius part of all that other stuff, which is wonderful. And if he couldn't do it, there's other people that can do it. So
yeah.
Anyway, just nudge, 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 nudge. We're all benefiting from other people doing videos, YouTubes, podcasts, Facebook. We're all using those things for ourselves personally. I was watching some videos this morning, and why not? It's the time. So I think your clear channel for the divine is tapping you on the shoulder.
Yeah.
And we have Dr. Boyano with us today.
Hi, everybody.
I think you know everybody. We were just introducing ourselves since Nancy hadn't met everybody, and so, but also, anything you'd like to share that you're attracting.
Well, I'm Christina Boyano, Dr. Christina Boyano. I'm a chiropractor, and I live in Santa Fe. And I'm attracting a partner, life partner. Ooh. I'm going to just own that and start taking some actions around that. Anne was totally on me and Jan about not taking actions on that. So I'll need bunches of nudges on that. I just finished this weekend a training at a wonderful nonprofit here in Santa Fe. It's for grieving children, and they have just a beautiful model of the idea that kids know how to heal if they're given the time and space and love and support and compassion to do it. And it's so in alignment with how I work and how I feel and have experienced that people heal. So, I'm attracting so much from that. There's leadership opportunities there for me, just to open my heart more and just have more and more and more and more and more skills with facilitating. I'm really pretty savvy with that already, and there's always growth opportunity there. So I'm attracting a lot of new friendships, and I finally got a website up, so I'm attracting more and more and more perfect clients as well.
Okay. All right, boys and girls. So today, what I'm hearing, and let's just see, I like to kind of listen for a thread to pull on in the sharing. And I think what I'm hearing, is there kind of a hum in the background?
Oh, that might be my fan. Let me turn it.
You're humming. Let's see. Yeah, it was you. I muted you. Okay. So what I'm hearing is to pick one relationship you want to attract next. Like maybe we did the SAP at the retreat. You picked a relationship, pick a different one, a different type of relationship. And look and see what it would be for you to attract something different. So who would like to share an idea? Anybody have an idea? Does that spark anything for you to pick a new relationship? Nancy?
Yeah, the minute you said that, I'm going to attract, well, now I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to attract a buyer for my home or the perfect realtor to sell my home. But that's totally different for me.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Which one? Chicken or the egg?
I know, does it really matter? Well, I suppose the realtor is going to be the one attracting the customer, so I will attract the perfect realtor.
We still have that hum. I have a fan. I'll turn it off. Maybe it's it. No. Don't know what that is. Okay. Go away, whatever it is. So what did you say? I got it distracted. You're picking for you, Nancy?
I'm going to pick the realtor because the realtor will attract the perfect customer.
Okay. Gotcha. The perfect realtor will get the perfect customer. Okay. Anybody else have an idea for who you would like to attract next? Martina.
I have workshop participants for a workshop that I'm offering on the 21st of July.
Okay. Great. And anybody else?
I'm going to go for that perfect lifetime partner, romantic partner.
Yay.
Okay. Gotcha.
And for me, I think a step toward removing the cloak of invisibility, because I'm not quite ready to launch my own YouTube channel or do Facebook Lives yet, but it's like Martina, to be invited onto podcasts with people who are influencers who will help me get my name and my presence and my energy out to be more visible to the public. That or speaking gigs, just in general, live speaking gigs too. I haven't really put much time or effort into that at all. I just kind of passively wait till someone asks me, can you do a talk? And I go, oh, sure, I can do that. But I haven't made a speaker sheet yet. I haven't done anything to actively promote myself. So I'm thinking that I'm going to sit and write a bit about what that perfect relationship would be in terms of attracting people who book speakers or who have some kind of a channel or podcast that they do that they'd love to interview me. So
if any, I went through the process to create my one sheet for being a speaker, and it should be on my website.
Yeah, I think it is. I think I've seen it.
Anyway, if you want to print it out, that's what I did. Is I printed out several speakers one sheets and got ideas, and then I hired a company that had a special going for one sheets. And they said if you give them the material, they would design it, and then they printed 1,000 copies. I have more copies than I can get rid of, but that was quite a process to do, the speaker's one sheet. I mean, it's like exfoliating, and so anyway, if you need any help with that, brainstorming your ideas for a one sheet, let me know.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
Yeah. All right, let's see. Carolyn, what did you pick?
What came up first, and I'm going to stick with it, was I would like to attract new friends in Chelan that are available and can play. Healthy friends that can go do fun things.
Uh-huh.
Yay.
Nice. let's see. I guess, what am I going to pick? I have my perfect SACAT. Y'all are it. You're all on this sheet. I have my perfect support team. Y'all are all, they are all on this sheet. And help. Oh, good. Diane came in. Interference. We've been sharing, Diane, and welcome. Almost everybody, I think it's like maybe Nancy Fields is new for you. So I'll let you introduce yourselves to each other. And, Christina, you met her at the retreat, and everybody else from the retreat. So, and welcome. We're just brainstorming some ideas about doing an attraction plan today. We've been sharing a little bit about recent things. And anything you'd like to share? Not to put you on the spot, but just, why don't you introduce yourself so Nancy knows who you are a little bit.
Okay. I'm Diane Martin, and I live near Chicago. I live in a suburb of Chicago. And Carolyn, Martina, Christina, and I were all together in Santa Fe recently. And then I went to Paris, so I've been on the road a lot. I got back last night.
Wow, good for you. And you're on a call. Congratulations.
Yes.
Glad to see you. You look wonderful.
Thank you. Thank you.
You may have jet lag. It doesn't show. You look like you are relaxed and been in Paris.
It was very nice. I gave a presentation. Yeah, I gave a presentation and it went well. And I still had a few days to tour and do things. So it was wonderful.
That's great. Welcome home. Welcome home. And Nancy, why don't you just give your short introduction so she knows where you live, et cetera, and what you do.
Oh, hi, Diane. I'm in Vermont, and I've been a SACAT since 2014. I'm a graphic designer, and I've done that for 25 years. And I've written lots of strategic attraction plans, which have brought me in some really wonderful business. And in fact, I'm thinking when I was at a conference, but it was Alan. Speaking of Alan, helped me write a strategic attraction plan right before I went, and I picked up two of my two long-standing customers who are still with me, and they're from California. So it works.
That's wonderful.
Okay, I came up with the type of relationship I want to put some energy on, and I haven't put any energy there in a long time, but that's on something corporate, go into a company and do something, so I'm going to just call it a corporate client. And all right, so Diane, just so you know, Nancy's attracting the perfect realtor for her home. Martina's attracting the perfect workshop participant that she's going to do in July. Christina's attracting her perfect life partner. Kate, she went incognito for a little bit. She's on her cell phone. She's attracting the perfect podcast or speaking gigs. Carolyn is attracting new friends in the lake area where she is right now. I'm corporate client attracting, and do you have any idea what you'd like?
Yes, I do. I'm going to be in the fall. I'm going to launch an online education program for nurse faculty and for nurse managers. So I want to attract my perfect attendees.
For your online?
Yes, for my online programs.
Okay. I'll just call it online attendees. Okay. Awesome. All right. Well, you know, just so you know that strategic attraction plans don't have to take a long time, we're going to do the short and fast version, okay? So everybody have a piece of paper, just easy typing paper. What if we just call it typing paper? What do you call it? Copy paper now. Fold it in half. Fold it in half again. This is so elementary school, isn't it? Okay. And now you have 4 sections. All right. So put a number 1, 2, 3, 4, you know, in the corner of each section. Just real small so you can write below. And don't worry about number 5. We'll do that differently. So just super simple. Got it? All right. And who can tell me the title of step 1? What's the buzzword?
Describe.
Describe. Okay. Describe what?
The qualities, characteristics, and attributes of your perfect relationship.
There you go. All right. So go ahead and do that on whatever relationship you pick.
Whoops.
Time's up.
Shoot.
All right. So in that length of time, you should have had enough time to get a few things going. Now, right on yours, add this. If you don't have it, add how they will connect with you. How will you meet them? Write down how much they will pay you.
Does that mean I'm going to get paid to be a life partner with somebody?
I like it. Why not?
How much is he willing to spend on you?
How much is
Yeah, right.
Okay, how much is he willing to spend on you?
Everything he's got, man, baby.
How much is the dinner going to cost on your first dinner date that he picks up the tab for? Of course. And write down how many of them you want. Okay. So who wants to share? Okay, if nobody wants to share, I'll just put mine out there. My perfect corporate client description is they have a team in sales, executive management, marketing, any or all of the above that could benefit from this SAP. They're willing to work over Zoom video for the training. They invite me to speak at a corporate event, retreat, or gathering. They pay me $3,500 or more for the Zoom training, and has 10 or more people to work with and leads to executive coaching. I like it. Who wants to go next?
I'll go.
Okay.
He's within 5 years age difference of me, either younger or older. He's successful and happy in his career. He's my perfect dancing partner. And he's sexy and sensual and my perfect intimate sexual partner. And we will meet through mutual friends, out dancing, or at an event. And our first dinner date, we go to one of the fancier restaurants in Santa Fe, and he joyfully spends $100 or more on that dinner.
Yes, that's a good dinner. And he wants you to bring your girlfriend, Jan.
I don't think that'll be a very intimate date at that point.
All right. Maybe the next date. Okay.
Right.
Great. Somebody else.
I'll go next.
Okay. Thanks.
Okay. The qualities, attributes, and characteristics of my perfect conference attendee online is that they're interested in new learning. They're available to attend the sessions. They enjoy group work and discussion with others. They're able and willing to pay to attend the workshop. They learn from, part of the way they learn is from interacting with others. And they're willing to share ideas and brainstorming. I will have 15 to 20 people per class, and I'll meet them through word of mouth, through conferences and events and speaking engagements, and online advertising.
Awesome. Somebody else.
These ideas help me, so thank you, even though they're different than mine. So the qualities, characters, and attributes of my perfect new Chelan friends are, they call me for walks. They introduce me to others that I thoroughly and enjoy and appreciate. They enhance my life. They reach out to me to do things. They are into health and fitness, and they are like-minded, and they love to connect.
Perfect. I like that. Anybody else want to share?
I'll go. They are willing to invest in their personal development. These are my workshop participants. They want to discover their passion, purpose, and fun. They're willing to have an open, childlike mind and participate 100%. They want ongoing training with me. They found my event on Facebook and liked my Facebook page to connect. They heard my podcast. They know me from networking events. They are willing to pay the initial $49 and want to do the SAP for a special attendance price from $19.97 to $4.97. 40 participants will attend my Ignite Your Passion workshop, and that's as far as I got.
Good. Very nice. I copied your willing to invest. I was like, hadn't put that on mine, so thank you for that.
Welcome.
All right. Kate, you want to throw yours in the
Yeah.
pot? Okay.
Okay. They're wildly enthusiastic about my message and my beingness. They have tons of contacts. They're well connected and well respected in the speaker/event world. They're fun to be with. They make it all seem easy and effortless. They say, leave the paperwork to me. I'll handle that. Oh, God, yes. They are also deeply spiritual. We meet up via them, something that I'm already doing. They come to my Crystal Singing Bowls meditation, or I meet them through Toastmasters or through Women's Network or through Way of Mastery group. And they are going to help me book talks starting at like a minimum of $250 for a short 20-minute talk up to a $10,000 keynote.
All right. Sounds powerful to me. Okay. Did everybody go? Nancy, do you want to share yours?
Yes. Okay. And also correct me if these are not in this category, Jan. This is for the perfect realtor. They will keep me informed of the progress of my sale. They will work hard on selling my home and update me weekly as to who has seen the home. They will be easy to work with and be forthcoming with a plan to sell the home and share it with me. They have been a realtor for at least 15 years and have sold at least $10 million homes. They have a list of buyers they stay in touch with. They have a team that can benefit from the sale of my property.
Awesome. Perfect. Hot. Yeah. Okay. So everybody went, I think. All right. On step number 2, what's the title? Step number 2. Buzzword. Anybody remember the buzzword?
Tick. Well, it's what makes you
Tick.
tick. Yes.
The buzzword could have been tick, but it's actually identify.
Identify. Right.
Now, on this one, I know we all do the one for the client. We go in depth for us. But think about what you want, how you want the two of you to tick in this relationship. And create, come from what makes you tick. And it could be the same, but it could be worded a little different. So just keep that in mind when you do this one. So anybody, I've got mine. I'm going to go ahead and share it just so we can keep the ball moving pretty fast. For my perfect corporate client, what makes us tick is being heart-centered people and companies with owners/executives who champion their employees and want to make a difference for their success.
It's interesting how quickly mine came on this, Jan. It was just like boom right there. I was like, that's a good sign.
Yeah.
So my tick is being the alchemist of loving connection. So what makes us tick is the experience of the alchemy of loving connection and all that it brings to our lives.
Nice.
I like that.
I like that a lot. Yeah.
Yeah.
Somebody else.
I'll go.
Okay.
I had someone say this to me once before, and it kind of just popped in my head. And they said, you know, you should just be a yogi. And I was like, don't you have to do yoga to be a yogi? And then I was like, no, actually, you're a teacher. So I put the fun, loving, passion yogi.
Okay, great.
It's going to make me tick for this.
I like it. I like it. And somebody else. Anybody else want to share theirs?
What makes me tick is new possibilities that add aliveness and joy.
Fun. You want that present in your friendships?
Mm-hmm.
I know I do. Yeah.
I guess I'll go. This is strange. It's a difficult one for me, but I put what makes me tick is to empower women to be wealthy.
I like it. Yeah. Very nice.
That sounds like you'll have a female real estate agent, Nancy.
Nice. All right. Anybody else want to share theirs?
Yeah, I wrote what makes my customers, my perfect customers and I tick is a shared passion for learning and for bringing comfort and joy as nurses.
That's great. I love it. I love it. Very nice. Kate?
Yeah, what came to mind immediately was just having this sense of having known each other forever, that we're on the same page, whether it's about our attitudes, beliefs, that we both enjoy making things fun and effortless and easy, that, you know, we can laugh a lot together and enjoy the process and not take ourselves too seriously.
Nice. I love that. Don't take myself too seriously. What would be the antithesis of that? If you weren't taking yourself seriously, what would you be?
Just trying too hard to.
No, what would be the opposite of it? You know, that's what I mean.
Not, okay, sorry.
Right.
If I weren't taking myself too seriously,
Uh-huh.
just recognizing that it's a game and I can have fun playing it.
Okay, there you go. My spiritual mentor used to tell me almost every time I called her, be lighthearted. Have a belly laugh every day. Do something childlike today. I mean, it was like I heard it so many times. So, yeah.
Oh, Jan, I would love to share with Kate a wonderful quote that I wrote down just recently. And it's champions in any field take what others find boring or uncomfortable and turn it into a game that they want to play every day.
Ooh.
That's great.
Oh, that's great. That is really great. Put that up on the chat if you wouldn't mind. Yeah. Really nice. Okay. All right, step number 3. Who can tell me the buzzword for step 3?
Specify.
Specify.
Yes.
What are we specifying?
What my perfect relationship expects of me.
Well, not quite. It's the mind wants to say it's, you know, what they expect of me, but it's really about what I want them to expect of me. So that's kind of the key word. Specify what I want. So step 3 is about me. It's about what I want in this relationship.
Oops.
Time's up. All right, who's got 1 or 2 or 3?
I'm working with the attendees of my workshops.
Okay.
And I said I want them to expect of me to provide them with new information that will add value to their careers. That I will be a thought leader in nursing and help recommend strategies to advance their career. And I will be an effective and informative coach.
I love it. Nice. Somebody else?
I'm ready. I'm specifying what I want my perfect romantic life partner to expect of me is to be happy and healthy, to have a thriving business and career that I love, to have half or more of my business be online, to take actions to meet him, and to be open and ready for the deep intimacy available with him.
Nice. Beautiful. Somebody else? I'd like to share mine for my corporate client. So what I want them to expect of me is to use my joyful, lighthearted approach to business, to come from who I am today versus who I used to be when I worked in corporations, to bring a fresh new approach to their traditional methods, and that I will be a new thought leader who is effective and successful. I borrowed that from you, Diane. This really helped me because when I've worked with corporate clients in the past, it can just bring up I can just go back into my old mode of VP of sales days and just fall into the pattern that, wasn't lighting me up when I was a VP of sales. And, I forget who I am. So, yeah, this was really great for me. Somebody else. Martina.
I have what my clients expect of me is I'm well prepared and have a complete understanding of what I am teaching. I hold a space that will make participants feel safe, respected, and understood. And that I am fun-loving, engaged, professional, and offer a payment plan for continued training.
Nice. Good, good, good. Let's call an upsell. I'm adding that one. Love it. Okay. Does anybody want to read theirs?
I'll go.
Go ahead, please, Nancy.
I want my perfect realtor to expect me to ask them if there's anything further I need to do to attract $1 million buyer. I want my perfect realtor to expect me to be living in Vermont this summer. I want my perfect realtor to expect me to meet with them weekly via phone or Zoom.
Good.
That's it.
That's good. Carolyn, go ahead.
I'm stunted on this one more than I'm like a little stunted on borrowing stuff, but I don't know why.
Well, think about, what do you want to bring to the friendship? What do you want them to expect of you to bring to the friendship? I want them to expect me to invite them over for a potluck dinner. I want them to expect me to be light and joyful when we get together. I don't know.
I said I'll share my authentic self and speak my truth. I'll be happy and healthy.
Okay.
I borrowed this one to have a thriving business, to share my passions and my to share my passions and my purpose.
Mm-hmm.
To share all the stuff around spirituality that I love so much.
How about, this is one I was talking with Garrett about the other day, and, in terms of just relationships in general, that his 24-year-old daughter broke up with a guy she was dating, and her comment was that he brought out the worst in her. Like she was falling into these terrible, drinking too much and not caring about life and just the worst side of her. And we were saying how important in a relationship it is to be with people that bring out our best. And I was just thinking about that around friendships, but also for me with a corporate client, I want them to bring the best out of me.
Beautiful.
Diane, I just want to do a side note. I sent you a private message. I know somebody in Santa Fe who's a nursing coach.
Wonderful.
So I put some info. You can find him on Facebook, and if you would like a private introduction, I'd be happy to do that as well.
Great. Thank you so much. That is really valuable. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Totally cool. All right. Did everybody share that wanted to? Kate, you want to go?
Okay, back on camera. So I want them to expect of me that I keep showing up and that I stretch a bit each time, that I be willing to become more visible, that I step into the magnitude of my being as an inspirational spiritual teacher, that I take actions instead of just waiting for the opportunities to fall in my lap, and that I contribute in a fun and positive way to their lives and business too.
Fabulous, fabulous, fabulous.
Love it.
So just as a check-in, at this point, we've gone through step 1, 2, and 3. What are you noticing for yourself about your attraction plan, or what you're writing, or how you feel, what you're experiencing?
I find it empowering for me to specify what I want.
Yeah, me
That
too.
I'm not taking a back seat and letting life be lived without my input.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Nancy, I was feeling the same way about yours because, you know, it's not your field, it's not my field, but the fact that you're being intentional with your expectations, I think gets you forward in the process. You're not just saying, well, you're Joe, real estate agent, and you know, that's wonderful. You've got some definite expectations out there and intentions for the kind of person you want to work with. And I do think that's a good power position.
Thank you.
Now I face this one with I like thinking about what I want my perfect clients to expect of me. I have felt a little bit, well, one of my concerns is that I have not been attracting these folks so far. So I need to crank up my energy or something to meet them and attract them.
So put that on step 3. I want them to expect me to crank up my energy or be high energy vibration so that I start to meet these kind of people. I also think there was one for me that I realized that I want my perfect corporate clients to expect me to network with others who can open these kind of doors for me. And that opened some thoughts for me about how to make this happen.
That was good about the vibrating the energy. I wrote that down. That was really good.
Vibrating.
Hi, Simber.
Hi, Simber. Simber's in Hawaii, so she has an early time frame compared to most of us.
Can you repeat the one you just said, Jan, about expecting you to network? What was it about networking?
I want my perfect corporate clients to expect me to network with others who can open these kind of doors for me.
Mm-hmm.
You know, to kind of, you know, like I need to network, have conversations with people, like who do you know who, and that sort of thing.
Yes.
Otherwise, you know, I mean, I have been a good manifester of corporate clients in the past, and they seem to just fall out of the sky. But I think I'd like to put a little effort into it now and see what I might open up that way. Simber, hi. Welcome. We can't hear you. Simber, just while you're getting hooked up, Simber was in Santa Fe. Was that April, May, I think? April?
It was April.
we did, she did a house concert at my previous house, which was the last gathering that I had while it was my house. And it was so nice. And she plays the harp, and she told this amazing story that went along with it. It was just such a light and joyful evening to have. I just really relish it. Can you come back? We're still not hearing you. No, you're unmuted, but somewhere.
How about that?
Yes,
Yeah.
that
I
worked.
had an adjustment to make there, but thanks for that warm introduction. And yeah, that was super fun. That was in April, right after the April Zen Masters of SAP.
That's right. That's right. Our April Circle, yeah.
Yeah.
So I have some new faces today that haven't met you
I
yet.
heard. Yeah, exciting.
So we've got, I'll do your introduction so they'll go real fast. So we have Martina, who's in Tulsa, Oklahoma, and she's just completing the SACAT program. She came to the retreat in a couple of weeks ago, and she's opening up her life to be more of a coach and build on her bodybuilding and dancing career. And Carolyn is in near Seattle. Is that right? Seattle, Washington. And she's a Juice Plus, many long-term years in that area, and is going to be a SACAT trainer. You like my introductions for you guys?
Yes.
And you know Dr. Christina Boyano already. He worked with her when she was in Santa Fe. And Diane Martin. And Diane lives in the Chicago area. She is a long-term trainer and teacher and coach for nurses to help them to have better careers and experiences. And I believe you know Nancy, right? Kate Fotopoulos is in the Colorado area, not too far from Denver. And when she came to town, she brought her bowls, her singing bowls. So we had a concert at Unity Church that she created, and she's a spiritual teacher. And she is opening her gifts out into the world through online trainings, and also is in the process of creating a spiritual retreat center that we can all come to and replenish and refurbish our souls on her beautiful new property that is manifesting as we speak. So let's see, did I get everybody? Okay. All right. That's what I know about you guys.
Kate, where are you in Colorado?
I'm in Grand Junction. I'm actually pretty far from Denver. I'm closer to Utah.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I was asking, I was born in Denver and grew up in Greeley. And I thought, well, I'm going to be back there in the area in the fall. I'll come visit you, but I don't think that I can walk that far.
I'm on the Front Range every month,
Okay.
at least once a month. So
Stay in touch. Yeah.
And Simber, why don't you introduce yourself? I already told everybody you are a harpist.
Yeah.
Tell us about where you live and all of that happy stuff.
Yeah. Have we gotten to wins yet? Have we done the wins?
Yeah, go ahead and share a win if you'd like.
Okay. All right. So I'll tell you a little bit about myself, and then I'll tell you a couple wins I've had since the last call. So my name is Simber. I live in Hilo, Hawaii. We are about 25 miles from the active flow on the big island of Hawaii. We're very safe here. The weather is actually better now that the vent has moved. For us, it's worse for other people, but for us, I'm like, oh yeah, this is the Hawaii I moved to 15 years ago. I remember these blue skies. So we're actually fine. And yeah, I just did this wonderful 6-week trip, visited Jan, visited Christina, came through Colorado to visit family and friends there as well. And so so my business, I have several kind of streams of income that are all revolving around my music business. So I have online sales, and that's where one of my big wins is this month. I have been participating in a musicians online sales program, and there's just a lot of actual like arms and leg work that have to happen. And I finally hired my perfect assistant. It has been on my I did an SAP, and then Diane, I came in just as you were speaking. I have been trying to manifest this assistant for quite some time, and I had to go through several versions of my SAP and just keep my nose to the grindstone to eventually manifest this woman. And how she came to me is through my coffee shop across the street. I just loved one of the girls who worked at the coffee shop, and so I knew she worked part-time, and so I asked if I could hire her, and she said, no, I'm busy, I've got 4 other part-time jobs. And I said, of course you do, because you're fabulous. And but she said, but I have a friend. And so she introduced me to her friend, and this truly is a perfect story in that the woman who I've hired to be my assistant is the wife of a Colombian astronomer who is on the island for a 3-year assignment working at the telescopes.
Wow.
She is she's a trained architect, but she's not licensed in the United States. And so she can't work in her field, and she's been babysitting just to keep herself amused. They don't need the money. She's bored.
Yeah.
So I've got this woman who is a detail-oriented, saw my spreadsheets and fell in love with me, and is just so happy to be doing something with her brain. And she'll be here for about 18 more months, and then she's going to go back to Colombia. Wow. So I have her, and she has just leapt in and done all the stuff that has really I've been struggling to get done because there's just not enough of me to go around. So that's been awesome. The online thing is finally on the move. I'm really happy. My teaching, I will tell you, I also teach. I went through a bit of a panic attack last Tuesday when I realized that possibly all of my local students were not coming back because of the lava for one reason or another, and that I possibly had to break up with my music school in California because I wasn't happy with the way things were going there. And on Tuesday morning, I thought, oh my God, I might have no students at the end of the day.
Oh.
Okay, I've just got to remember that there's an endless number of students out there, and I will be able to find more.
Right.
Well, by the end of the day, so I had reached that place of peace and acceptance with that. So when I went into the phone call with the music school, which I was fully intending to resign, I ended up with a raise and a much better contract.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you.
And then, by the way, your video went away. We hear you fine, but your video.
Let's see. Let me see if I can stop and restart.
And you're so beautiful. We like to look at you.
There we go.
There you are. Okay.
I couldn't tell if it was just frozen on my screen or if it was for everybody else. Yeah. So, and then by the end of the day, my local students started one by one resurfacing. One family did lose their home. And so the reason they want piano lessons for their kids is because this is like the one of the few normal things that is continued. Like my office still looks the same as it did before the lava flowed, so it's a normal place for them, which is awesome. And then the third piece, which Jan and I have been talking about for a while, is getting into doing some perfect customers coaching with musicians. And I wanted to wait until I moved back to Hawaii. We've now been back a year. Things are kind of, except for the volcano, like for us personally, starting to settle down. And then one of my friends from the music school, a young woman in her mid-20s, called me and said, I just had a party with a bunch of my music teacher friends, and we want you to do workshops for us.
Oh, wow.
So I cannot put it off any longer. My audience is there. She's doing sales for me. And and it can be all online. And so that is slowly, and then Jan and I talked about doing kind of like a chicken soup for the soul. She wants to do a series like that, that's perfect customers in different venues. And so we've talked about me writing perfect customers for musicians and artists. So I think that's just going to be a natural outgrowth of what I write, blog posts and classes that I put together and stuff like that. I've been teaching for years too. I just don't tell people that because then they want me to teach them stuff. So, but the coaching is going to give me more money and more freedom to do the other things. The last thing I won't talk a lot about this, but I am writing a full-length stage production, and I would love this, but to talk to Martina about the composition that works well for dance.
I have a friend that lives there, and I might connect you with her.
That would be fabulous.
Awesome dancer, and she does physio as well. So,
which I need. So I would love that. I'm rehabbing my back, and I just started. And I just started ballet classes again too. So.
Oh, she's awesome. You'll love her.
So cool.
So that's it. That's it.
There you go.
Yeah, thank you.
So what
do you do in your spare time?
I try to sleep.
She copyrights people. She copyrights websites.
Oh yeah, I do that too. That was my previous life. I just did copyright for Christina's website. She had to make it quick and dirty, so we did that.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I will offer that to anybody here, but please don't tell anybody else that I do that because I'll be run over with business and I really want to focus on the music.
Yeah. So what we've been doing on today's call, we shared in the beginning, got to know each other, and then we all picked a strategic attraction plan, and we're doing the quick and fast version where you fold up a piece of paper, Simber.
Mm-hmm.
She's done a few of these too. And we're on step number 4, and it's kind of at the end of our time, but let's do step 4 super fast. And it's, who can tell me the title of step 4? Buzzword first.
Declare.
Okay. That's your visual image. Jan,
yeah, we declare who we get to be to accomplish our plan.
That's right. So create one declaration of being about your plan for today. I am being the who. I don't know where this came from. I'm going to just run with it, though. All right, real fast. Who I'm being for my corporate clients, I'm being the fun and flirty corporate Madonna. Girls, have fun.
Well, I am being...
I'm a material girl, too. All right, go ahead.
I am being the goddess of attractive action in attracting my perfect romantic life partner.
You go, girlfriend. All right, somebody else.
Okay, I got it. I am the magnetic online meditation harpist.
All right, cool.
Love it.
Love it. Somebody else.
I am the passion promoter for purpose.
Oh, I love that.
I like it a lot.
Thank you.
I love it. Somebody else.
I am being the radiant light of love and joy.
Nice.
I am being the smart and savvy perfect realtor finder.
Okay, there you go.
Perfect what, Nancy? I missed that.
Perfect realtor finder.
Why not? Somebody else.
I am the dynamic nursing coach.
Awesome. Yes, you are. Somebody else? Kate, I think you're next.
Okay, it's not coming quite into focus yet, but it has to do with I'm getting to be the person who is laid back and out there visible at the same time having fun doing it.
I love it. Perfect. Perfect. Yes. All right. Did everybody share theirs? I think you did. All right. Okay. So congratulations. That's a strategic attraction plan. And there's one more step. Who can tell me what the 5th step is? You can turn your page over and write it on the back. Step 5.
Taking attractive actions.
Taking attractive actions. So write down 3 attractive actions you will take towards your plan. By the way, I'm taking the Passion Test certification training in November, Santa Fe.
Great. Great. You're gonna.
Did Karen contact you?
Oh,
no,
yeah.
but that's wonderful. My nephew
Get my
Glenn is
heels.
going to be there.
Who's going to be there?
My nephew Glenn.
Yeah, okay, great. Yes. And I hear you're interested in him being a SACAT too.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, all right. Cool. Will be a good place to meet.
Hello. Hello.
Hello.
Yes.
I'll just mute her. There you go. All right, so everybody's got at least 3 or 2 attractive actions. All right. Popcorn style. Declare your attractive actions that you will take.
I'm going to look at speaker sheets for people that I like and admire.
Okay.
I'm going to go to the Toastmasters group next Tuesday, and I'm having a professional photographer take pictures during our Crystal Singing Bowls healing meditation tomorrow night.
Awesome.
Go out dancing 1 time per week, work on my strategic attraction plan daily, and find fun event to go to.
Awesome. Very good.
I'll go. So number 1 is to stop and celebrate finding a new assistant and a new webmaster team. That's been such a burden for me for so long. I'm actually having to stop and go, oh, I don't have to think about that anymore. I've got somebody to do that now. So really recalibrating myself there, and followed by writing some blog posts and some social media and getting those ready to go out, and continuing to organize my content. I have a huge backlog of content that needs to be out there.
Awesome.
And Kate, I would love to, if you send me the information on your event. I have some friends in Grand Junction that I think would really enjoy coming, and I'll send it off to them.
Okay. Give her your, put your email, I guess, in the chat.
In the chat? Yeah, okay, I'll do that.
Okay. And let's see, who's next?
I'm going to contact WOW, which is Women Helping Other Women, and send them the link to my event and my email list, an invitation to a new network chapter that I'm attending on Thursday, and get back on my social media with value posts.
Awesome. And somebody else?
I am going to go downtown and walk around, do the river walk, and kind of visit in the shops. I'm going to reach out to a couple of the gals that I know here and just visit. And I'm going to ask about networking meetings in town.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to share mine. I'm going to contact Karen Lubin about collaborating in corporations for teams. She and I were doing that last year, and we got interrupted with Alan's passing. So it's time to pick that up again. I'm going to take the PT certification in November. And I'm going to review my corporate SAP daily throughout the summer.
I'll go next. Sorry, I had to take that call.
It's okay.
I am going to work with my team, and I've got 2 staff people, and I want us to plan a campaign for marketing our courses that are coming up in the fall. I'm also going to follow up and contact the people that I met at the Holistic Nurses Conference who expressed interest. I'm going to personally call them and talk to them. And I am completing a nursing coach program, and I'll get certified as a nurse coach, holistic nurse coach. So I'm looking forward to that.
Awesome. All right. Okay. Did everybody go that wants to go? Nancy, did you do yours?
Yes, and it's just brief. There's a woman who I know who's a realtor. I'm going to reach out to her and ask her who has sold $1 million homes in the area.
Okay.
I'm going to reach out to another realtor who I spoke with in the fall and speak with him further. And then I'm going to make my done and to-do list and assemble all of my documents I signed with the other broker.
Nice. All right. Good job, everybody. See, it doesn't have to be hard. You can all be on a cocktail napkin if you need to. This was, and just be sure and put today's date at the top of your plan, because you'll want to remember when you did it, and you'll start to see results. So when you come back, we will not be having a July circle. Let me tell you real quick when the August one is. It's the 4th Tuesday. Let me look real quick. So none in July. Our next one for August is the 28th of August. So go out and produce results and come back and share about it at the next circle. And question, Diane?
No, I just wanted to point out that you and Carolyn and Nancy and I are all wearing our striped shirts.
Yes, we are. We got that memo, apparently.
Okay, I have a question
I
though.
have some stripes here.
Tina, you're wearing a striped shirt too.
I'm
No.
wearing stripes.
Oh,
No,
cool.
it looks like it's stripes. Well, it's kind of stripes. It's broken stripes.
December, you had a question?
Yeah, I thought this call started at 8 o'clock Hawaii time. It's 8:42 here.
Okay.
So it's like it said
Did
it
I
was,
have the time on there wrong, apparently?
I guess. So
Time
it's
change.
4 hours.
We had
difference.
daylight savings time, I bet.
Yeah.
4 hours. I'm like, 8 o'clock, yay, that's so civilized. Woohoo. So
Okay.
sorry, I'm an hour late. That was
That's
not my
okay.
intention at all.
All right. Well, that was my fault. I didn't double check that. So
Well, I didn't double check it either. So, but in August, September, it will
August
be
28th.
at 7 a.m. And then when you guys switch clocks, then
then it goes to.
it's closer. Yeah, then we're 3 hours apart instead of 4 hours apart. You'll
I
get
may not be there on the 28th of August. My son is here from New Zealand, and he leaves on the 29th.
Okay. Sure.
So I will be occupied.
All right. Well, whatever works, we understand. And love you all. Thank you for being here. It was a great energy and uplifting and empowering. And I love you. And I hug you all. All right.
Bye-bye.
All right. Have a great rest of your day.
Thank you.
Love you all. Bye.
Ciao.